what's so stupefying about his success level on it is that people have done this. I mean, usually people that have been doing this for a while hold you out of being able to rise so quickly in search rankings.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
People Google looks at their tenure on organic, on mapping, and all of that. So we're bringing this one up because we're pretty darn sure this is a direct result of all the great stuff that we've done and Google's ability to grade it properly now.
Right. There was a recent Google algorithm update in which local SEO factors were drastically improved, and a lot of the work we've been doing for a long time, they're now able to give credit much faster.
Hey guys, it's Nolan and Jason here with Plumbing Webmasters.
Howdy.
We've got a really cool true client story today.
A rare positive true client story. This is not us bitching for a change.
Yeah. Well, we tell some stories about, a lot of times it's not a client, it's just a phone conversation I had.
True.
But anyway, so this is a true client story about local SEO dominance for a plumber. And are we going to mention this guy outright on the podcast? You want to just mention his name?
I'll leave it to you. I don't think he'd mind.
I don't think it matters. Let's just go ahead. And
We're not going to say anything bad. So.
No.
This guy's a genius because he used the web.
That is true.
That is true.
Yeah, that is true. It does take some intelligence level, So he's out of Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Yep.
He decided to specialize in water heater repair.
Right. And a lot of you plumbers out there going, well, of course he did.
Well, so there wasn't. Anyway, so he'd seen this in other markets. I don't think there was anybody there.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, so water heater repair. And what's baffling about this one, and the reason we're bringing him up and talking about him on a podcast is that we went live with him. It's what is today, December 10th or something?
Something like that, yeah. It's early December 2019.
It is December 10th, 2019. We launched this guy, if I'm not mistaken, October 21st, 2019.
Right, he's not even 60 days.
It was sometime in, it was about 60 days. It was sometime in October he was launched.
Right.
And when I say launched, I'm talking brand new domain name.
Yeah, this guy had never had a website. We got the domain name for him.
Brand new domain. He might listen. I can't remember
from the Google perspective. This guy did not exist before we launched.
I can't remember if he had a GMB.
He did have a GMB set up.
Okay.
And we went in there and added to it.
But for all intents and purposes, this thing's brand spanking new. It's an absolute baby considering the internet's been around now for 20 years.
Yeah.
So the internet's been around 20 years. You've had people compete. What's so stupefying about his success level on it is that people have done this. I mean, usually people that have been doing this for a while hold you out of being able to rise so quickly in search rankings.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Google looks at their tenure on organic, on mapping, and all of that. So we're bringing this one up because we're pretty darn sure this is a direct result of all the great stuff that we've done and Google's ability to grade it properly now.
Right. There was a recent Google algorithm update in which local SEO factors were drastically improved, and a lot of the work we've been doing for a long time, they're now able to give credit much faster.
Right. So we've been doing stuff like quality design, 100 pieces of schema code or different types of schema code, tons of content, proper setup of GMB and citations, fast load time, SSL certificates, proper mobile readiness, and all that stuff has been a baseline level. But we've also added something called righteous reviews recently, which is very well integrated into city and service pages, allows a plumber to go at a job and when he leaves say, hey, thanks for letting us come out. Please give us a review on Google or wherever. If you Google our name, you can leave us a Google review. And you leave and they say, okay, fine. And the most basic level of this is that you then text and email the client direct links to your Google, Facebook, Yelp, BBB reviews. But in this case was righteous reviews. And on Chattanooga Water Heater Co., we have the short code on the city pages and the service pages, which, by the way, in the first place, we made proper coded and proper written city and service pages.
Right.
So
that is important.
that-
Even with all this technical sorcery and
It's important to
all
still
this
have the
code
basics
stuff.
of individual page
Yeah,
content.
you still have to have good content no matter what you do.
So we have that content, and now Righteous Review short code is on the city pages and the service pages. So the guy at Chattanooga Water Heater Co. can go in and say, hey, I'm in East Ridge today. I'm in East Ridge, Tennessee, which is a city outside of Chattanooga. And he can say, I just did a tankless or a water heater repair. Or I didn't even check that one, by the way. Or I just did a water heater. So he picks his tankless water heater repair page. He picks his East Ridge page. I'm sorry. So he leaves the client's front door, goes to his truck or van, and he pulls out his phone. He already took a picture of the water heater.
Yeah, after he finished, job well done.
He got a tankless shot, and then so he's got the photo, and he walks to his truck. Before he leaves, it takes all of a minute or two. He pulls up Righteous Reviews, web-based app, and he pulls in his East Ridge. He said, I'm in East Ridge. There's my East Ridge page. Tag it to here. Tag it to my tankless water heater repair page. And, a little caption on this photo. I just did a tankless water heater replacement or repair in East Ridge 10. And here's client's cell phone and or email. He hits send. It automatically texts the client, direct links to his Google, Facebook, Yelp, BBB reviews, and or emails if he put that down. And automatically it's going to upload the photo, the caption to the photo, and the geo check-in of where he's located on his phone, which is a schema code called check-in. That's the geocode of where he's located, and puts a red pin drop on his East Ridge, Tennessee page.
Right.
And all of a sudden he's got 6 changes to the website that never existed before.
Yeah, got updates to the website, and those updates are very data rich, which Google likes. It's telling them
They're authoritative.
They're authoritative. They've got the correct
Proximity.
keywords. They've got service schema, and they've got check-in schema, which tells Google this service was performed at this geographic coordinate. Within like 200 yards or half a mile or whatever it is of that
Couple
spot.
blocks, yeah.
And so they see. I mean, this guy, he's actually in a smaller town outside Chattanooga, but he can have these check-ins in Chattanooga and in all the towns around, and this tells Google, hey, I was here performing this service in this location on this day.
Right.
And he's actually one of our most active clients with the Righteous Reviews program.
So he's only done about 40 to date.
Yeah.
The site's
But that's only over 60 days.
the site
he's
is
doing a
roughly
job a
60
day.
days old.
Yeah.
What it ended up happening, guys, that's so fantastic, is that he's in a town called Red Bank.
Right.
So he's right outside of Chattanooga. So he's not actually in Chattanooga, but he is in the Pack 3 for almost anything that's typed in.
Right.
Now, this wouldn't have typically happened with even a high-quality website build out and work on GMB and citations and content and everything like that we do that quickly.
Right. We would have thought
We would
3
have
to
gotten
6
some
months.
organic up, and then he would have started maybe showing up within close proximity to zip code and mapping here and there.
Right. It would have been based much more on his business address.
But he's dominant from any place outside of Chattanooga. If you type in water heater repair Chattanooga, tankless water heater repair Chattanooga TN, gas water heater repair Chattanooga TN, et cetera, hot water heater booster Chattanooga.
Right.
He's got almost every keyword in the Pack 3 on mapping. And just in case we miss this point, this is directly related to the content going on the website. These things are intertwined. We do and have for years, and definitely affect, and especially now, we affect GMB results where you're mapping.
Right.
We help to affect it giving you these tools.
Yeah,
So-
the recent changes to the local SEO algorithm at Google have greatly increased the effect that content on the website affects your
Right.
GMB listing and your map pack listing.
Right. Yeah, so all this stuff goes back through there and all of a sudden takes this data from the website, check-ins, local stuff, this branded expertise-driven data, and funnels it through and compares him to all the other GMB accounts looking for these keywords in the Chattanooga various Metroplex.
Right.
He appears to be dominant for the entire Metroplex on mapping, or most of the time.
Yeah.
The organic.
Sometimes he's in the number 2 spot, but he's got the number 1 spot on most everything.
Frankly, Jason, who gives a crap when it's the top 3 maps?
Yeah. That's the thing. Being in the top 3, any of the top 3
Yeah.
after 60 days, it's pretty amazing.
I mean, if you go to organic, fine. I differentiate 1, 2, or 3,
Right.
or the first local result minus like Home Advisor or something.
Yeah, stuff like that.
But if it's in the top 3 of map, we did our job, by God.
Yeah, you're right there in the box. You're one of the first things people see.
So-
You're the first thing people see after the ads.
So what was interesting about this, after the Google local update of 2019, which I think is going to be really something prevalent for years, it just happened like weeks ago.
Yeah.
He moved up most quickly in mapping.
Right.
So because again, I'm going to repeat this, the organic information inside the website that's being triggered by righteous reviews that update so frequently for proximity stuff like geocoding, this is very good, unique content with a red pin drop where they're located, with a picture that's unique content with a caption. I want to pull a point apart, or take a moment to say that content is not just words, but that these are, I'm going to say, better pieces of content,
Right.
more relevant, and they appear to be treating them as such. And they take that content that's on the website and apply it not to all the national content of everybody from India to Texas for this Tennessee company, but they're applying it to the GMB competition locally. And on the level that he's at with Plumbing Webmasters, there is no contest.
Right.
That's why he's showing up. So, I mean,
Yeah,
I wish I'd have
and-
said it that way earlier.
Yeah.
You know, but
And just, I mean, we know from talking to a lot of you plumbers out there that getting water heater jobs is generally highly desirable. And any of you guys that have ever run a PPC campaign, either had us do it for you or did it yourselves or had some other company do it, you know that water heater repair or replacement clicks are expensive. They're just about the most expensive, valuable click for
Yeah.
plumbing. He's getting the level of value that this client is getting off our effort.
It's
is,
ridiculous.
Frankly,
I'm slightly upset about it.
yeah.
I'm minorly upset about it.
paying us more.
So,
No, seriously, he would be paying thousands and thousands in ad spend to get
and
this
thousands
kind of
and
result.
thousands through any other company. I wasn't planning on going off on this, but he's paying us much less than $1,000 a month.
Because he's
Much
doing no
less.
paid ad placement. This is all organic because, in case we haven't made this point before, even though I know we have, the map placement is an organic placement. It may have its own box up there, but it's organically driven.
It's absolutely organically driven. Anybody who doesn't think so is not going to do as well. So we've helped him with custom design, custom code-based, custom content. We've set up his GMB account, worked on all kinds of stuff within that, and continue to do so. He's had citations done and all the extreme high-level base stuff, and now the extra extreme stuff of righteous reviews, and then he actually used it.
Right.
And now he's being compared to other people. So he's done 40 check-ins, which had a photo, a caption, and a red pin drop geocoded check-in on 2 different pages. And my math is so-so, but that's 6 changes times 40, I think is 240 changes to the website within 60 days.
Right.
Google freaked out, said hell yeah, and bumped him to the top
This
of down
guy's
there.
awesome.
Yeah, bumped him to the top. His competition, to put this in perspective for you, is going to have 240 changes if they're lucky after 10 years.
Right.
And I'm not joking, right?
Yeah, no, not at all. I mean, you know, if they get, yeah, I can't even.
It's
expound
ridiculous.
on
It's
that 'cause
ridiculous
it's-
when you think about it. So,
Yeah.
and let me tell you something else. We hadn't even called this guy. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
You know what a happy client is, right, Jason?
The happy client is the one that pays the bill and never calls.
And done. Yeah, he
because
hasn't
they have
called.
no reason to.
You know what? This guy would be worried about it because people would laugh about it. But in truth, he'd almost be worried to call and tell us how things are going because he thinks he might get charged more,
Yeah.
but he won't. So we didn't even notice this until about a week and a half ago.
He has made some email requests for a couple of like picture changes and stuff on the site.
So we noticed it about a week and a half ago how much he was doing.
Yeah.
Week and a half ago he had 7 Google reviews.
Yeah.
Today he has 11.
Yeah, and one of his competitors in the map pack has how many?
500.
500.
Almost 500.
So this data, righteous reviews, these check-ins, and these changes, and all this organic-driven content from the website is trumping.
Somebody had been there for 12 years.
Yeah,
10
someone's
years.
review pile by a factor of 50.
I
to
can
1.
almost guarantee you. So I believe this opportunity is going to be available for years and years because you have all the old entrenched people doing the same SEO and the old timers doing it.
I'm number 1 on mapping. Why would I change anything?
They're not going to change anything. They're going to look up later. It's going to take a long time for them to get knocked out of number 3.
Right.
For enough people to be savvy on marketing to do this to do this stuff. It's not one thing, it's a lot of stuff added into it. And it's going to be a while until they get knocked off their perches. And by the time that happens, 3-4 years from now, these guys that are doing this other stuff already have this massive advantage and lead going.
Right.
And they're like, oh, and anyway, or they'll just get confused and never bother to go look and find out why this is happening. Why is this happening to me? Why do I have 500 reviews and this little whippersnapper guy?
Yeah.
Has this.
I mean, we've seen that before. We've had clients that call us and say, I've got this competitor that's showing up, and it'll be a client that's on a lower service level, only paying for like the minimum that we can do. And they'll call us and say, well, this other person, we can do all this other stuff for you, but that's a different package. Because you're kind of at the limit of what we can do for you right now. And then they'll say, well, I don't want to spend any more.
Well,
And
now they can do more.
Yeah.
Though some of these people in a larger market should be at like middle level or something like that. But this guy's fine where he's at.
Yeah.
And he dominates. He also didn't need as many pages inside the site because he doesn't have as much category time.
Yeah, I mean he's specialized.
He's good where he is overall. I mean it's a good deal.
Yeah.
Overall for.
Yeah, well, I didn't mean him. I meant we've had this from other. We've heard this.
So I'll go back to the fact that he had 7 reviews a week and a half ago, and maybe a week. I'm gonna give it a week and a half, just like 7 business days, okay?
And he got 4 more.
And he got 4 more. Guys, imagine how many jobs he's done.
So for you guys that do try to get reviews, think about how long.
Not everybody gave him a review.
Yeah, think about how many people you got to talk to get 4.
So, say half the people did, which is not true, but say half the people did. It's less than that. I know it was, but say half the people did, and he got 8. How much do you make for water heater replacement? Most of these aren't going to be repairs. These are replacements.
Yeah.
Oh no, and he's a sole operator right now. Did you know that?
Oh wow! Like it's just him.
He doesn't have anybody else.
Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be a darn good Christmas for him.
Given how many check-ins he has, that means that he's got he's getting a lot of reviews by percentage. So he's got some really happy clients.
Yeah, he does have a lot of reviews for it. The guy's doing everything properly.
Yeah.
He's going to roll over.
We like this guy because he came to us, he listened, he worked well with us getting everything started, and we said, this is the part you have to do. You have to
with
get
our
your
help.
We can't do it for you. We provide you the tool to get them and supercharge them. And he went all in, and he's like a great case study for how effective this can be.
He's at least right now got to be one of the happiest guys.
Yeah. Going into Christmas, he's got to be thrilled.
He's got to be one of the happiest guys.
Gonna get the G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip.
We'll see. Is Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, that's from Trading Places.
Trading Places, yeah. But yeah, we'll see how he feels after he's completely content and used to this after a year.
Let's not go negative on this one. This was a positive true client story.
Sitting there with all the wrinkles out of his belly, doing like 25 water heater replacements per month.
Nolan is cynical.
Yeah. Or more. Shoot, he'll be doing like 50 water heater replacements per month, and we'll be Metroplex chatting.
Yeah, well, he won't be doing them anymore. He'll have a staff.
That's right.
He'll be sitting his butt in his office.
What the hell have you web geeks been doing lately?
We did mention who he is. You might not want to piss him off.
That's true. Well, I'm just saying, hopefully he'll keep it real. Yeah. And be nice to the ones who brung him to the dance.
I've actually spoken to him. He's a nice guy.
He is?
So, yeah.
Damn it, he better be.
You hear that?
No, he's kicking butt. We're pleased to have been of service.
It's awesome.
It's uncanny. We're very pleased that we finally got the recognition we deserve, damn it. and the site went to #1
Right away.
Boom. Yeah. Guys, we'd love to help you with it. We don't blow smoke, don't make promises on stuff. We don't own Google.
But we would love to make the same effort for you we did for this guy.
We very much would. So I'm done.
I'm done.
We done. Call us later.
Take it easy.
Bye-bye.